All right, welcome back to Visual Novel Mondays, episode 14. Here we have the Wheel of Games to spin today. I didn't really add any new games to this list as of recently. I don't know. I just didn't really see anything interesting, but I don't know. I don't got much to say for this episode. Uh, Hopefully you guys liked the last episode. Sure was something, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, let's spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. No way. Cooking companions? Finally. Oh my gosh, it took... How many episodes was it? I don't remember off the top of my head, but finally we get to play Cooking Companions. Oh my gosh, okay. So what this means is that I can complete Cooking Companions. And since I made an exception last time, we can go back to Dreadweight and finish that in its entirety. So I'll probably make that the next episode as well, just to, I don't know, have a bit of continuity. Unfortunately, it does make it weird for the episode structure, but that was an exception I made for this. But yeah, that's something I was actually really looking forward to. I'm glad it actually got Cooking Companions because it would suck if I got it super late. Um, but yeah, this is the game that we got. Let's jump straight to it.
Alright, welcome to Cooking Companions. I am very excited to be playing this. As I said, I don't know if I've said it before, but I've tried to avoid as much as I could with this game to avoid like any sort of spoilers or even just like things that happen in the game because I really wanted it to remain blind as much as possible. And I've basically done that for the most part. I don't know anything about this game really, other than like some details, but that doesn't really change what I know about the majority of the game. So yeah, I guess we can consider this blind. But yeah, let's get this started. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Do you wish to continue? What if I say no? Wait. Just bring me in anyways. Okay. Day is turning into night. Better head home and eat dinner. The cabin is completely silent. What do you want to check out? Oh wow. Does this matter at all? I don't know. I guess I'll look out the window. You're hungry? Now is a waste of time. What do you want to check out? Oh, does that not matter? I mean, if I'm hungry, it'd be the kitchen, right? The cupboards are bare, and nothing looks appetizing in here. What do you want to check out? Uh, well, nothing would be appetizing in the bathroom or the bedroom, right? I mean, the basement door can only... It's very ominous, this choice. I do want to check out the other ones first before I even do that, because I would assume this is the correct choice. You're too afraid of the bathroom right now. Why? What? That's it? What do you want to check out? Bedroom? It's not time for bed yet. You're very hungry right now. What do you want to check out? Wait, why is it saying the kitchen again? Cupboards are bare and nothing looks appetizing in here. Why can't I pick this again? What? I would assume it's just a loop, unless there's like some secret if I keep doing this over and over, but I'm not going to. So let's just do the basement door. The basement door is already unlocked. You open the door, ready to traverse the basement. Thanks for playing. Sick.
Oh wait, I'm gonna have sex.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. That is Cooking Companions. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next episode. I'm assuming that's what happens when I click no. So let's just do that again. Oh, warning. This game may potentially trigger seizure. Okay. Oh, hey. Wait, is this actually just different? Okay. That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water. It really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. I can't wait to Achoo! I'm sorry everyone, it must be the dust. Get those allergies under control, Mariah. Don't worry guys, I'm sure with a little elbow grease, we can make this cabin shine. So are you volunteering to clean, Gregor? No. Not many supplies here. Guess we'll have to go out and get what we need. There's a fireplace for making stew, so let's gather up some firewood, okay? Leave that to me, little guy. I'll tidy up around the cabin. Need to save Mariah from dying due to this dust. Hey! Allergies are nothing to joke about, Karen. She's not dead yet, Pipsqueak. Calm down. Thanks, Anatoly. I think I'll go foraging outside. With over 450 mosses, 900 fungi, and 70 slime molds, there's bound to be treasure up here. Roughing it is fun. Anatoly knows so much about edible foods. We're in good hands. I think the slime molds will be the most delicious. Why is this in bold? I don't know. Is that like a keyword? Most certainly not. What about the fungi? Do you even know which ones are poisonous? I could figure that out. You can be the canary in the coal mine, Anatoly. I'm not ending up a corpse here. Eek! Damn, that's an interesting reference. Keep both eyes open, little guy. Plenty of wolves and brown bears around. It won't be a problem. I read up on 10 different techniques to What? Oh, I'm stupid. I read that wrong. I thought that said decapitate. I was like, what? I read up on 10 different techniques to incapacitate them. Number 1 is... Anatoly! Oh yeah. Sorry, Mariah. Got carried away again. Haha. I'll help Anatoly look for food. I'm definitely better at warding off wild animals. If we come up empty-handed, we can always eat some of the food we've brought. You mean the emergency rations? Bad idea, chump. Hey, Anatoly and Mariah are getting the food. Gregor is gathering the firewood. That makes you our designated chef. Everyone's looking at you expectantly. You nod. Very excited to try your cooking. Alright everyone, let's go to work while there's still sunlight. Later. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor. The three exit the cabin, leaving you and Karen alone. I think Anatoly put the supplies in the kitchen. Thanks for helping out with the cooking. Tutorial. To save the game, right-click or hit the escape button on your keyboard to pull up the menu. Cool. This menu will also allow you to adjust volume levels or exit to the title screen to view unlockables. Oh, is that like the gallery? Okay. Please note, going back to the main menu or exiting the game without saving will remove progress you've made. Be sure to save. Do you have any experience making meals?
Oh my, I'm gonna have sex.
Oh. Why was that an achievement? Okay. Probably not. I'm extremely lazy. True. I don't even know if this matters as a choice. I know there's like relationship building in this game, so maybe it does matter. Let's make a save just in case. It's only... Oh, there's a lot of save slots. Okay, we have a lot of room to work with. Cool. For now, we'll just save, of course. That's so. Looking at you, I think you'd be good at surfing up food poisoning. What the fuck? Right? Looks like Karen will remember that. Bro, what is there to remember? Okay. Anyways, going to check out the living room. Let's talk later. Karen heads to the living room and starts looking at the books. You decide to look around the kitchen to find ingredients for the meal tonight. Tutorial. You'll never know what you'll find around the cabin. Clues and secrets may be revealed by searching an area more than once. That I do remember from Dreadweight, so I have been taught to do that before. Why not give it a try? What area do you want to search first? I mean, let's do the cupboards. First few cupboards are empty. Anatoly must have put the supplies somewhere else. Let's try again. Check the cupboards again. Just some mouse turds and cobwebs. Check the cupboard underneath the sink. You found a dead mouse. Sick. This would be a great gift to give to Karen. What? You added the dead mouse to your inventory. What? Okay, sure. Oh, I put it back in the cupboard. Wait, what? I don't want to do that. Oh, I thought I was going to take it back. You notice the letter L engraved on the left side of the cupboard. What a fitting gravestone for the mouse. Oh, so I can't even get it back now? Okay. Check behind the woodpile. There's nothing but cobwebs back here. Thankfully, no spiders. Look at the wood logs closer. This is just a pile of Norway spruce. The Norway spruce won't burn as well as oak logs. These would be useless during a snowstorm. I didn't even know that, that's interesting. These logs are less dense, won't fill the cabin with a heavy smell. Perfect when you want to smell a good meal. The supplies aren't anywhere near here. Okay. Drawers. You check the drawers on the left. Just some dirty knives. You check the drawer above the mouse hole. Some kind of mold is growing in this one. The fuck? Maybe Karen will find it appetizing. What? You check the drawer above the woodpile. Something is making it difficult to open. You pull it open with all your might. Ah, these fellas. I remember them from the demo. It's time.
Oh my, I'm gonna have sex.
Shut up. Champettes, sound off. Never fear, Onion is here. Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion. Always merry, Raspberry. Potato? Cabbage stuffed me into this drawer. I'm pretty sure this counts as kidnapping. Where are the Chompettes? Why talk with those boring humans? All they have to give you is drama. Come chat with us instead. We'll share valuable recipes you can cook. We'll share with you our secret Chompette recipes. Collect them all to become a 5-star chef. You can find unlocked recipes in the main menu under Extra, but be sure to save the game. Celebrate! Here's your first recipe card. Roasted eggplant with sesame and pomegranate. Meat-free. Cool. You've unlocked your first recipe. You ever want to talk? Just come to the drawer. Chompettes! Let's move out. Cabbage rudely slams the door closed, or drawer closed. You wonder if what you saw was just real. You're slightly worried about what this means for your mental state. But only slightly. Hey. Did you find the supplies? Shake your head. Anatoly lied. He actually put them in the bedroom. Idiot. Here you go. You got the emergency supplies. Karen leaves you alone. You start a fire with some of the wood and get to work on cooking dinner. Tonight's entree, vegetable stew. In a large saucepan over medium heat, you heat some water with potatoes, carrots, and celery in it. 15 minutes later, you drain the pan and set the vegetables aside. Placing some butter on the saucepan, you melt it over medium heat. Throwing some chopped onions in, you cook it for about 10 minutes. Is this the recipe? The onions are tender and translucent. Perfect. You next mix in some flour, salt, pepper, and heavy cream into the saucepan, adding the vegetables to the mixture. Hours pass. We're back. More firewood than you'll ever need. We found some wild sorrel. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a bigger bounty. Anatoly's burying the lead. We saw a red deer. Mariah spotted it. Yeah, that's great. Anyways. Killed 17 spiders today while you were out looking at deer. Yeah! That should come across as no surprise. There's over 160 species of spiders here. 160? Don't worry, Mariah. I'm sure they were all in the bathroom or something. Heh, no. Almost all of them were near the couch. Yeah! I was going to sleep on the couch. That's where 16 of them were. I'm not sleeping on that couch then. And there's only 2 beds in the bedroom. Don't sweat it, Mariah. I can sleep anywhere. so I'll use the rocking chair. Just in case any of them swarm the couch, I'll sleep with one eye open. Thanks, Gregor. Karen and Anatoly, you two take the bedroom. Thanks, big guy. Joke's on you, Gregor. I always planned on taking one of the beds. Hey, Anatoly, I snore louder than the lumberyard. Eek. Sweet dreams, chump. She's such an asshole. What the fuck? I don't remember her being like this in the demo. You turn back to the bubbling vegetable stew and try a bite. Well, that actually looks good. This tastes pretty good. Oh, nice. You set the table and ask everyone to dig in. Oh, I've never seen this before. Oh wow, this smells delicious. Thank you. You must be a world-class chef. Karen takes a bite. It's bland as hell. Fuck you. Karen. Tastes like every other vegetable stew. So generic. Could probably use some meat next time. Gross. Oh, is she a vegetarian? Okay. For a side dish, we could bake some bread and utilize the Fragaria vesca, commonly known as strawberries, for some jam. Nobody cares, Pipsqueak. Why is she such an asshole? What the fuck? I don't remember her acting this way. Polite? Everyone laughs at Karen's polite ribbing. Nothing makes you happier than cooking a great meal with friends. Or for friends. This could very well be the best day you've ever had. You go to bed stuffed. Day 0. Day 1. Hey, you up? How'd you sleep? I was so warm last night, I didn't even need a blanket. What time is it? About 1 hour until dawn. Will you two quiet down? I'm trying to sleep over here. Ugh. Gregor, the birds outside aren't even making much noise yet. We didn't bring money supplies, remember? Better to get a head start on gathering food. It's too early for this. Gregor? Did you see any spiders last night? There was a small one in the bathroom. Eek. Actually, I did see a centipede by the sink. Mariah turns a little pale. Karen's missing a few, Mariah. Let's find some more wild sorrel today. Gah! If you're lucky, little guy, maybe I'll teach you how to catch some wild brown trout. What's with you and meat, big guy? Anatoly's herbalism book stated that there's many more species of plants to eat out here. Let's leave the fish alone. You know I'm not, into meat. That's a shame. I'd wake up early to go fishing. Cheer up, Karen. We've got to observe the trout. Cheer up, Karen. We'll get to observe the trout at the very least. Maybe we'll see more red deer today. Sounds like a waste of time, Gregor. Huh. Maybe we'll find some blackthorn berries? I love blackthorn berries. Haha. We'll be back later. Can you watch our stuff today? You nod. Thank you. Thanks. Don't steal anything, okay? You nod. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, and Karen leave the cabin with a skip to their step. You're alone, but thankfully you have a drawer of trompettes to keep you company. Tutorial. Each day you'll be asked to explore a different part of the cabin. You only get one choice, then the day will end. One choice? Seems a little extreme, but okay. Choose wisely. What do you want to check out today? I can just straight up talk to the trompettes. Check out the bedroom, look around the bathroom, go to the basement. I mean, this is definitely a save point, I feel like. I don't actually know. I'm thinking of talking to the trompettes, but I would like to search around. My question is, why the hell does picking one room take the entire day? Like, what could I possibly be doing in that room to take up all of the time of the day? Like, I don't understand that. Let's go to the basement, I guess. The story goes into the basement. There's no reason to go into the basement right now. You wait for the others to return. Are we dead ass? That's what happens. Oh my god. I kind of want to redo that, but we'll just keep going for now because maybe that leads somewhere. I don't know. There's a lot of potential that I missed something. We're back. Hehehe. Knock it off, Mariah. It's pretty rare to be scared of one. It's not. Who knew the big guy would be so scared of it? Shut up. You don't understand. I don't think anyone understands, Gregor. It was just a marmot, Gregor, not a monster. Mariah laughs so hard that your ears ring. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay, I'm not doing it anymore. Tears are rolling down Mariah's cheeks. She's laughing so hard that she's about to hyperventilate. Oh my god. Stop her from hyperventilating? What? Why was it asked like a choice? It didn't give me anything. Absolutely not? What does that mean? One less mouth to feed, right? What? You don't get it. It's pretty personal. Please explain, big guy. Gregor looks incredibly uncomfortable. Heh, let's leave him alone. We found some raspberries and elderberries near the cabin. Quite the selection of species here. We also found more wild sorrel. Is this going to be enough for a good meal? Everyone's looking at you for an answer. You decide to do an inventory of all available ingredients. It takes you a while, but you decide on your specialty. Cabbage rolls. You first bring a large pot of water to boil. You let the cabbage leaves boil for 2 minutes, draining the pot into the sink. In a medium mixing bowl, you combine some cooked rice, onion, an egg, salt and pepper, along with some tomato sauce. Use your hands to mix thoroughly, and decide to wash your hands after it won't come off. Dividing the rice mixture evenly between the cabbage leaves, you then roll them up and tie a string around them so they stay in one piece. You place the cabbage rolls in this large skillet over medium heat, pouring the rest of the tomato mixture over the top. Covering it, you bring it to a boil. You reduce the heat to low. And let the cabbage rolls simmer for about 40 minutes, being sure to baste it with the liquid.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That looks pretty good too. You cooked cabbage rolls. Mariah looks optimistic. Karen looks skeptical. Man, fuck you, Karen. Anatoly looks curious. Gregor looks thrilled. You watch intently as everyone takes the first bite. That's pretty darn good. Wow, I could eat the whole batch myself. I think the vegetable stew tastes better, but I'm loving how tender the cabbage is. The sauce is pretty red. Did you use fresh tomatoes for it? What the hell else would I use? What? What do you mean? Oh, like maybe canned tomatoes? I don't know. It really adds to it. Spoons of the liquid on top of it. You'll thank me later. Incredible. It's definitely growing on me. This really was something special. Thanks again for cooking. Everyone leaves the dishes behind for you to do. What? Okay. Dishes can wait. Everyone goes to bed full and happy. You sleep instantly. That's not correct, but okay. Tomorrow will be another great day. Day 2. Good morning, everyone. Again, Gregor? Can't you let us sleep in? Not today. Why? Storm clouds are coming. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour. Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while. Enough food? I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner. He's right. The meal you made was delicious, but I used a lot of what we had. Gregor's also correct. Precipitation is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding. It'd be foolish to not go out and look for food today. You really think it will flood? Thankfully, the cabin's on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're not safe. What? That doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. It's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared. You're losing it, Gregor. Karen, there's nothing to worry about. Yo, this bitch is annoying. Swear to God. I think Gregor's right, Karen. Huh? It won't hurt to prepare for the worst. Yo, she's the type of person to say like, oh, I'm on full charge, I don't need my phone charger. And then she actually needs it when the time comes, because she didn't bring one. Like, and then she asks everyone else for a charger. That's the type of person I'm getting from her. I think she's right, Karen. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Anatoly, let's go out and prepare for the storm. Foraging should be a key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods, and has better odds than trying to hunt. Give me a few minutes and I'll plot out a route on some paper. Let me help, little guy. Anatoly and Gregor head to the bedroom, to consult the map. Mariah and Karen are still hanging around. Tutorial. Unfortunately, you can't make everyone happy. When given a choice to speak to a character, choose wisely. You can only select one of them. Try to max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to? Okay, this is definitely a save. Because I know that this game has achievements, and I know that there are achievements for gaining relationship with specific characters. I think it's all of them. Since this is more like a test run, I'll do Karen. Because she's starting to piss me off and I don't want to do her route anymore. Or I don't even want to have to think about it, so. Hey. This paper nailed to the wall looks pretty ancient. What were the old days like? Why in God's name would I know that? What the how would I know that? I'm not sure what you mean. Never mind. You must enjoy these antiques, huh? You bore Karen with some brief yet dull descriptions of items lying around. Cool, I'll tell the others... That's an interesting way to word it. Cool, I'll tell the others later. Karen looks disturbed by one of your comments. You hear a loud laugh from the other room. Gregor and Anatoly came back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly. Why? Hey, can you cook something while we're out? You nod. Thank you. Alright everyone, we have our route now. Let's beat those rain clouds. The group leaves, determined as ever. Well, I guess it's not good that I didn't gain anything from that conversation with Karen, so I'm kind of tempted to just go back and pick another option. Let's say not as bad as times like these. I know what you mean. Escaping from Ukraine was terrifying. Wait, what? I've never been so scared in my entire life. Do you have any idea how hard it was to get those supplies here? I could have been shot along the way. You hear a cheer from the other room. Where the hell did that come from? What the fuck? But this is nothing new, so you have the cabin all to yourself. What's that noise? Sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Is that a radio? Huh? A radio? What's going on with that radio? You didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. It seems to be broken. Better hold on to this. You got the strange radio. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out? Okay. So we did the basement last time and that didn't do anything. So we can check out the bedroom. Poor Anatoly. Karen's snoring is so loud she often wakes you up. Anatoly must be running on fumes. Would he have the courage to wake her up, though? Probably not. Wait, so where do I sleep? I'm a character in this game, but where do I sleep? There's only 4 places that I've heard of. I don't know. You wait around for the others to return. What? Nothing? Okay. Mariah's back early today. Hey. The others are still looking for food outside. Anatoly found some more berries. But nothing that will feed all of us. Please don't tell the others. But I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers, and we don't have enough food, even with rationing, to last if we get stuck here. Mariah seems disappointed in your inventory management. Can you try cooking with a little less this evening? You nod. Thank you. You've done such a great job with meals so far. You're very sweet. Is Mariah blushing a little bit? Teehee. Mariah will remember that. Hey, nice. This is what I was talking about. Maybe you can teach me to cook sometime? You nod. Looking forward to it. You can hold cooking classes here someday. Rudely interrupting the tender moment, the others burst into the cabin. Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries. Jam is so bland without any sugar, though. Do you have any? Shake your head sadly. Yikes. Turn that frown upside down, Karen. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? I'm not smiling for you, Gregor. Eek, you missed out. The sunset was really tremendous on our way back. Hues of orange, red, even a little purple poking out. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. So we can expect the sailor's delight tomorrow. That's awesome! Big guy. You must have walked a few miles today. Beautiful area. You could even see snow on the tips of the mountains. That rumble sounded like a dying calf. You looked from person to person, trying to determine who it was. It was definitely Mariah. Mariah! I'd recognize that sound from anywhere. Gah! Guilty. Mariah looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honesty. Except for you. Why? You search your mind for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have it at least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I? Dust? Try again, big guy. Everyone was pondering the answer. Mariah's face lights up. I got it. Is it hunger? Correct. That's a central theme to this game so far. That was my guess. So, what's on the menu tonight, chef? Bread and jam. You crush the berries in their small mortar and pestle, spreading it on some crusty bread. Jeez, that actually kind of scared me a little bit. Even though it shouldn't have, it did. You cooked raspberry jam and bread. I will say though, jam without sugar does taste like shit. So Karen is not wrong. The bread's a little tough. Gregor, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. But this homemade jam is to die for. Haha. Sorry. No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks. Mariah! Everybody laughs. You're not sure that this could be called a meal. But it got the job done. Everyone thanks you for dinner and heads off to sleep. You go to bed wishing you had more. You have a strange dream. Something has been clinging on to your back for days. You try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. It won't get off. The pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the hour. You wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your back in cool water. It doesn't work. It cuts deeper into your back, causing the river to run red. You didn't want things to come to this, but you've exhausted all other options. You swim out to the middle. Rocks on the bottom cut your feet. You slip and fall backwards. You push yourself to the bottom, trying to submerge the creature shredding your back. But it won't drown. It won't drown. It won't drown. You splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. You let the current take you downstream. You give up trying to swim to the shore. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling against the waters. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink to the bottom. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back, staring into your eyes. But you don't even have the air in your lungs to scream. You wake in a cold sweat. Man, who the fuck? Day 3. Wake up! Sorry, you're making strange noises in your sleep. What's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up? It woke me up. I tried to fall back asleep, but it's so loud. Oh. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to bed. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Karen's snoring is making the walls shake. You don't sleep a wink, opening your eyes when you hear Anatoly slamming the door. He sounds petrified. I looked out the door, and we're completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like sailors take warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe it'll clear tomorrow? You're no optimist, Karen. Yeah? That's all Gregor has going for him. Eek. Is it Ek or Eek? Have I been saying it wrong? I mean, it's E-C-K. Eek is E-E-K. Maybe I should be saying Ek. The Ek sounds stupid, so I don't know. I'll say Ek for now, because it's technically correct. He's also good at chopping wood, though. Haha. Knock it off, you two. Mariah, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow? I'd give it a 27% chance. Based on what? I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels. Anatoly, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it earlier? Eck. Couldn't make it past the cover. Bro, is that right? Yes? That bookshelf has some great books on artisan crafting and natural sciences. Why let them sit here gathering dust? Why didn't you arrive at a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow? It's easy. Take the time of the year, multiply it by a factor of... Mariah begins to explain meteorology to you. She isn't dumbing any of this down. It's similar to where... So the first thing you need to understand. Minutes of explanation feel like hours. You look over at Anatoly. He's listening intently to Mariah. So intently he hasn't blinked yet. What? You can see his eyes drying up. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. Blink, my guy. Just blink. This is brutal to watch. This is brutal to listen to. Mariah finally wraps up her lecture, ending with a bow. Nobody claps. Tough crowd. Mariah, that was awe-inspiring. You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay. I didn't understand a word of it. Yeah. And it totally turns to you. There's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these floodwaters stop. I know our food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions. I believe in you. Me too. Looks like we have enough leftover berries for some more bread and raspberry jam. I'll pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread. Everyone laughs. Except for you. With everyone stranded in the cabin, you need to keep everyone fed and happy. You sneak out to the kitchen, while everyone is still talking. You get out some crusty bread, and get to work making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check in on the Chompettes.
Hello.
Hello. Don't worry. As leader of the Chompettes, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us.
Onion.
That big guy would try eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell him about us. Ha 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 ha. Are your plans going alright? Ha ha ha. Got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No. Her business is no toast. Ha 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 ha. That one's a little stale. You know how raspberry and milk were introduced? You tell her no.
Raspberry.
Raspberry, milk, shake. You let out an audible groan. Ha ha ha. I like his laugh. It's funny. Did cornbread teach you that one? Nope. Wasted an entire day on it. Okay. Ha ha ha. It was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompette comedy competition this year.
Raspberry.
Of course.
Onion.
Now while I'm here, I won't choke on stage this year. Isn't that every year, Bread? We still talk about that closing joke, Bread. You're going to do great this year. Anyways, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry.
Boy, boy, boy.
Chompettes stick together through thick and thin,
Raspberry.
rain or shine. Feast and famine. Tato, I swear to God, repeat the line or we're locking you up again. Life or death. That's right. Chompettes, move out. The Chompettes somehow manage to close the drawer on themselves. You bring the crusty bread and jam to the living room. Karen stops you as you bring in the food. Took you long enough. Man, fuck you. Karen looks at the 2 slices of bread left and the mason jar of raspberry jam. There's mold on these last 2 slices of bread. Karen is right. What the hell's the matter with you? You grip the knife tightly in your hand. Think this is enough? For 5 of us? Wait, we can't throw this bread away. It's all we have left. Gregor's right. Anatoly, will mold spores give us food poisoning? I'm, no scientist. Sorry. Let's pick off as much mold as we can. We can't leave with the floodwaters, so this will have to last us another day. Everyone grimly nods, ripping the bread apart like a pack of wolves. Gregor eats the biggest chunks of mold. Disgusting. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than we had in Ukraine. Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration. But until the storm is over, we shouldn't leave the cabin. It should clear up if we give it some time. Anatoly, what makes you think that? One of the books had weather reports. You're illiterate, so that's a lie. Eek. Karen, I've seen him reading. Who reads upside down? What do you think? I'm pretty sure I remember this from the demo. Anatoly is illiterate. I remember that. Technically, Karen is correct. We're saving, that's what I know. Sure. Heh. You're funny. I keep playing pretend, Anatoly. Brutal, Karen. I found an old picture book in the living room, Anatoly. Alright, this is fucked up now. Might be something more your speed. This is so fucked up. Oh my god. Karen. Karen smiles at you. I guess let's call it a day. Yeah. Sure. I feel bad now. The only reason I picked that choice is because I wanted to, like, improve my relationship with Karen, but that didn't do anything. It just made me a dickhead. You know what? I don't like that choice. Anatoly can read. Fuck you, Karen. You must be going blind, then. Yeah. Thanks. I don't know why Karen would make up something like that about me. You weren't fooling anyone, Anatoly. Karen has stormed off. Thanks for backing me up. Let's go. Is this for Gregor? Good to have someone so positive around. And it totally looks relieved. You think he'll remember that? I guess let's call it a day. Yeah, sure. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas. 10 minutes later. Hey. Karen likes to find somebody's weakness and use it against them when she's frustrated. Just wanted to thank you for backing me up earlier. You're very sweet to do that. And it totally... Why is this... This is not dialogue. Okay. And it totally looks at you with admiration. Heh. See you tomorrow. And it totally looks like he's blushing as he walks away. You're definitely sure Anatoly will remember that. Heyo. Wait, that was a great route then. Fuck Karen. I just increased the relationship of 3 characters. Hell yeah. Yeah, fuck Karen. Fuck that bitch. She's annoying. You go to bed very hungry. Day 4. You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. And that's how fast a deer could run if startled. Whoa. Incredible. Impressive. I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lower, let's just skip today's meal. No. It's only for one day. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. That doesn't make us feel any better, Anatoly. What options do we have? Our food wasn't rationed properly. Anatoly leaves, mumbling to himself. So passive-aggressive of him. Everyone moves to a separate area. Karen in her bedroom, Gregor in the living room, Mariah in the kitchen, and Anatoly in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? Now this is a save. What do I want to do? You know, screw Karen. Let's talk with Mariah. Oh. Didn't hear you coming. Heh. I was just double checking if there was any food we might have missed. I couldn't get this drawer open. Could you give it a try? You nod. Great. While you go do that, I'm going to get some reading done. You think Mariah will remember that? Wait, why did that increase my relationship? Okay. Sure. Later. You pull open the drawer with all your might. Oh. Hello. Isn't the thunderstorm keeping you up at night? You just need to roll with it. Raspberry whispers so quietly. You lean over to listen to her. We need to talk soon. Please listen to me when the time comes. Anyways,
Raspberry!
please don't let the others see us.
Cabbage!
That's right, Raspberry. Part of being a chompette is secrecy.
Cabbage!
Wouldn't want those humans to overhear our meetings now, would we? You shake your head. Good. Chompets? Roll on out. You shut the drawer. Okay, when do I meet up with Raspberry? Everyone looks pretty down this evening. It won't stop. You're all doing great. Just a little longer. I'm so hungry. Me too. You wish everyone a good night and get ready for bed. Your stomach is growling more. Wake up. I said, wake up! The rainfall is non-stop again. Did you have anything to do with this? You don't answer her question. Always thinking with your stomach, right? You should reconsider. Might save what little humanity you have left. At least I tried. I won't let this weigh on my conscience. Go back to sleep, monster. The fuck did I do? You quickly forget about Raspberry's conversation. That's what she wanted to tell me? She just wanted me to... She called me a piece of shit to my face, basically. Alright, bro. You have a strange dream. A boy's yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray. But he keeps screaming at you, calling you names. So you show him how it's done. You lie down on the tray and make your body as flat as a board. A smile crawls across his face. His anger turns into courage. And he pushes you into the oven. As a stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. You wake up in a cold sweat. Day 5. Everyone seems to be sleeping in later than normal. Their stomachs must have kept them up awake at night. The rain is still pouring outside. You can barely make out the trees from the windows. You hear Mariah getting up. She looks petrified. I couldn't sleep. Anatolia's bag's under his eyes. The storm is too loud. Karen looks out of it. The cabin was creaking so much last night. It sounded alive. Gregory looks a little gaunt. Got a good look out the window. And all I saw was rain. Great observation, Gregor. I was so hungry last night. Kept pacing around the bedroom. Karen turns to you. When is this going to end? I checked outside the door again. Floodwaters keep rising. Unfortunately, we're going to need to stay put, unless one of us wants to drown in rainwater. Once the weather improves, we'll be able to scavenge for supplies. How close is the nearest town? I don't know. Didn't you have a map on you? I think I dropped it when we were running after Gregor. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Ha ha ha. Mariah and Anatoly go white as a sheet. How are we going to find our way back now? We'll have to ride out the storm. Mariah looks at you. We're down to our last slice of bread. I don't know how much longer we can put off eating. The group stares at you. It'll clear up in no time. Maybe you're right. The group looks worried. They all gravitate to different areas. Gregor's fake optimism is worrying, and Mariah's having trouble. Which one do you want to speak to today? So, I think the achievement asks you to like max out a relationship with someone. So since we're already so far with Mariah, let's just speak to her again. Brr. It's cold as hell over here. I'm surprised Gregor isn't freezing to death at night. How does he do it? You explain to Mariah how the size of a person and fat content contributes to their temperature. Yeah. Wish I was as big as Gregor. But to be honest, I'm happy with brains over brawn. Do you know what he wanted to do for a career? Mariah does her best Gregor impression. Cut trees and sleep under the stars. How boring is that? Depends on the person. But pretty boring. You're so funny. Thanks for coming in and chatting with me. Mariah blushes a little. You make it easier to pass the time. Thank you. You're pretty sure Mariah will remember that. Hell yeah. Only 2 more. You thank Mariah and get the others. You call everyone together. They all look nervous. You can cut the tension in the room with a knife. Poor choice of wording. Everyone is staring at you. They're expecting that last piece of bread for dinner. You bring it out. Everyone cannot take their eyes off of it. You instruct everyone to take a pinch. And slowly all 5 of you tear it apart like a wishbone. Everyone studies their piece of bread carefully, wondering how long it will last. Karen is the first to eat hers, chewing each bite 100 times before swallowing. Anatoly chews it cautiously, slowly swallowing as he looks at the others. Mariah nibbles on it silently, eyes wide, moving from person to person. And Gregor just pops it in his mouth like a cherry. He inhaled it. The group thanks you awkwardly. It's not much. But you've run out of options. You wish everyone good night and get ready for bed. You go to bed starving. Day 6. Good morning. Morning. Let me check if the rain has stopped. It's still flooding. Okay, the fact that the rain has been going on for 3 days straight is insane to me. How the hell? Is that like unusual? Or is that like something that naturally just happens sometimes? I'm really curious about that. What are we going to do? Humans can live about 2 to 3 weeks without food. Water isn't a concern. Rainfall should end in a day or two, right? Actually, precipitation can occur for more than 215 days a year here. How in the fuck is that possible? Do you really think it will rain for that long? Anatoly, it's been days already. What makes you think it will stop soon? Ick. Relax, everyone. Let's see how we can ride this out. Oh wait, no. Let's see how long we can ride this out. Fingers crossed, it's done by tomorrow. Panic is slowly creeping in. Everyone's looking scared. But you need to survive. Karen and Gregor begin to discuss next options. Do you want to speak with Mariah in the kitchen? Or Anatoly in the living room? Think instead about everything you've done wrong and how you've doomed everyone. Oh my god. True? What happens if I pick that? I do want to increase my relationship though, so let's do that. I'll pick this at another time. Hey. Mariah looks relieved to see you. Oh, that's it? Okay. How are you holding up? Yeah, better question. How are you holding up? Not very good. It's very sweet of you to ask. Mariah's looking at you intently. She gets a little closer to you. I noticed you didn't use any meat when cooking. Usually I have to pick it out of foods the others make. You respected that. Thank you. Mariah's looking at you with admiration. I need to speak with Gregor for a minute, but thanks again. I thought she was gonna get pissed at me or something. That threw me off. You're definitely sure Mariah will remember that. Oh, what? That was fast. Wait, no achievement yet? Question mark? Maybe later? I don't know. I do know that that is an achievement, though. I do know that. It will probably pop up later. You decide to check out the drawer again. Oh, it's just Potato. You ask Potato where the others are. They'll be back. They wanted to explore the labyrinth of tunnels around the cabin. Surely you've seen the mouse holes, right? They connect all over the cabin. Must have been some mouse that created them. Or something worse. Anyways, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Things are going to get worse from here on out. You have a feeling Potato is telling the truth. You realize some drool is leaking out of your mouth. Disgusting. Don't even try to eat me. You'd just get deathly sick if you tried. And from the look of you, you need to retain all the water you can. From rationing to cooking, you failed every common sense measure for basic survival this week. You knew something like this would happen, right? Never mind. With floodwaters rising, and no food now, I think it'd be a great time to go over the fundamentals of starvation with you. When experiencing starvation, there are 4 factors that will determine if you live or die. Age, height, weight, and your degree of activity or inactivity. You've been especially lazy, so I think you'll survive a little longer than the others. The Harris-Benedict equation can help you figure out how many calories you need to simply maintain your current weight. The equation produces a number called the basal metabolic rate, or BMR. Stay with me here. BMR equals 655 plus 4.35 times your weight in pounds, plus 4.7 times your height in inches, minus 4.7 times your age in years. For fun, let's try it out on someone here. Mariah. Using Harris-Benedict. She looks like she's 120 pounds. About 5 feet, 5 inches tall. About 20 years old. Crunching the numbers. I think she'd need about 1388 calories daily. That's being abnormally stationary. She'd have to lay in bed all day and all night, just eating, breathing, using her brain. Not very common when you're starving to death. People tend to get up more. If she was being very active, let's say swimming through floodwaters, we'd need to multiply that 1388 calories by 1.9. So now she needs 2,638 calories per day. That's quite the difference, especially if you didn't ration the food properly. Which you didn't. I guess that wraps up our first survival lesson. Hopefully we'll never have to speak again. Okay? You shut the drawer, going over the numbers again. I don't think any of us can take this much longer. Greg's voice starts to crack. I don't want to ask this, but it's time. One of us needs to go outside and search for food. Everyone is silent. I'll go. Mariah. I used to swim all the time near my house. I probably have the best chance of swimming through the floodwaters. No. Let me go instead. You won't get very far if anything happened to your glasses, Anatoly. You're blind as a mole rat, remember? That's true, but... Little guy, let me go. Gregor, Sounds good to me. What the fuck? Karen! His arms are the longest. He's probably the best at climbing. No, that wouldn't be right, Gregor. Let me go instead. I get that none of these options are good ones, but we need to find food or help. Gregor grabs a branch from the woodpile. He cuts it into different measurements. Since we can't come to a consensus, let's draw for it. We'll each pick one.
and the shortest will go outside to search for food. You're not worried about drawing. You saw Gregor cut the branch lengths. You picked the biggest. You watch the others intently. Will it be Gregor? Anatoly? Karen? Will it be Looks like I've got the shortest. Mariah. Mariah. It's okay. Bro. I don't want to let her go. I watched Anatoly forge earlier, so I'll know what to look out for. Just swim until you find higher ground, then scout the area. Maybe you'll find fish out there. Everyone looks heartbroken. Karen, Anatoly, Gregor. I'll keep us alive. I promise. She promised. God damn it. Everyone watches as Mariah leaves the cabin. The silence is deafening. Goodbye. The door shuts behind her. You can faintly hear her yell about how cold the water is. And then silence. Mariah's left the cabin. I'm sure we'll see her again. The rest of the group nods. Everyone stays up, waiting and waiting. The sun is completely set. One by one, each person quietly shuffles off to bed. You have a strange dream. The two women in front of you could be twins. One of them you recognize. The other is a cabin guest. You ask the guest to sit on the shovel. And then you try pushing it into the oven. Her legs are so strong, you can't get her into the oven. You curse at her repeatedly. Like this, you hiss. You stretch out your legs until your toes are almost sticky into the coals. You feel 4 hands on your shoulders, and both of them push you in. The familiar smell of smoke and burning hair causes you to throw up on the embers. You can't let it end like this. You rip the metal door off the oven, tearing through the wood logs of the cabin. Screaming, you chase the two through the woods. One of them looks behind her, eyes widening when she sees you. She's terrified. You've never been this angry in your entire life. You're gaining on them. They can't run forever. As you trample through a field of wheat, the guest throws a piece of cloth behind her. You catch the glint of it in the sun. Golden. As if by magic, the earth splits in front of you,
creating a chasm of fire below. You fall downward, screaming as your eyes begin to sizzle from the heat. Hellfire fills your lungs. You're unable to scream anymore. You wake in a cold sweat. Day 7. Good morning. Do you think she made it to a higher ground? I believe in Mariah. Me too. She'll be fine. Right, little guy? So what do we do now? Just wait? Karen. How long? It's been almost a day since she left. Anatoly and Gregor look nervous. Someone needs to go look for her. We need to wait, Karen. Wait for what? The nearest town is miles and miles away. Waiting is all we can do for now. So it could be days before she gets back? What are we supposed to eat? Mice? Karen. I'm sure Anatoly will agree, but we'll discuss next options when we get to it. I never should have eaten that much. I'm... Karen's hands are involuntarily shaking. Gregor and Anatoly just nod in agreement. They don't even need her to elaborate. You're sure Mariah will make it back? She promised. Everyone retreats to a corner. What do you want to do today? God damn. This is depressing. I have a little sneaking suspicion that whoever you like max out first in terms of like the relationship goes outside, maybe. Unless Mariah is just destined to go out first. I don't know, but that's a little suspicion for now. Maybe you'll find out in like the next playthrough that it's just destined to have Mariah go first. I don't know. Let's speak to Gregor, I guess. Gregor seems to be coping through knitting. Thanks for keeping everyone's spirits high. I know it's what Mariah would have wanted. Don't you think? Have you heard the noises? Sometimes I think I hear Mariah outside, saying something I can't make out. It comes out in gasps, like she's trying to clear water from her throat. Other times, I can hear her crying, and she never cries. Have you heard Mariah at night? Say yes. So it's not only me. Let's keep this as a secret between us, okay? I wouldn't want to frighten the others. You nod. Thanks. Gregor will remember that. Heyo. You leaving to ponder Mariah's fate. I can't stop thinking about that vegetable stew. I'd be fine with the bread and jam. I'd be fine with just strawberries. Huh. Nobody else laughs. I would kill over some vegetables right now. Why is this highlight or underlined? You would too. I'm going to try and get some sleep. Good night. Night. You fall asleep quickly. We only dream about desecrating a corpse. You wake up in a cold sweat. In a completely different room. Day 8. Good morning. Karen's looking worse. Will you cook for the group today? I mean, I don't have an option. You take out a cutlet of meat and begin to cook it in the oven. You cooked meat. Where did you get that? You ignore Karen's question. What's that smell? Gregor finally gets off the couch. Where did you... The three are looking at you, salivating. You take the charred meat out of the oven, cutting it into small pieces. They immediately grab some off the plate, chewing ferociously. You take a piece and immediately devour it. Do you have any more of this? You explain how the meat is stored securely, hidden, so you can ration better this time. I understand. Thank you. Anatoly runs to the bathroom, puking in the toilet. You can hear him sobbing for a few minutes. This taste is... Gregor wanders off. Anatoly returns, looking choked up. I was too weak. Left you some. Don't fight this, Anatoly. Anatoly takes a piece from the plate, turning his back to the group as he eats it.
You can hear him crying. Finally, my focus is coming back. I'm going to read some of those books. Keep them occupied, okay? Karen leaves you with the men. Who do you want to talk to?
So, is this implied to be Mariah that we're eating? Because if so, my question is, how in the fuck did we find her? Right? Unless he was trying to say that because the idea was like, oh, I didn't want to eat this knowing that Mariah was around because she's a vegetarian. So eating it around her would be fucked up. But now that she's gone, we can safely eat it. Maybe that's the idea they were going for? Unless they're just going straight for cannibalism, which immediately brings up the question, how the fuck did we find her? So I don't know, but this is a save. Let's just increase our reputation with Gregor. Hey. Thanks for cooking the meat earlier. I was nearly passing out from the hunger pangs. Even if I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy, I appreciate the vegetarian dishes you made earlier. You really respected Mariah's boundaries. Thank you. You smile. Eh. If there's any extras, slip me a little more meat. Okay? Interesting. Heyo. Going to see how Anatoly is doing. Later. You have the bedroom all to yourself. Where do you want to check first? Another save, I guess. Is this going to be the case where I have only one choice? Or do I have multiple options? It didn't say I had one choice, but then again, it hasn't done a tutorial in a while, so... I don't know, I made a save anyways, so... I do want to see what's under this floorboard. It's been annoying me for quite a while. You notice a bone sticking out. Is it a human bone? Nope. Chicken bone. Gross. Okay, this is multiple options. The floorboard looks a little loose. You're far too weak to pull up that floorboard. This floorboard should really be repaired. You definitely can't repair this by yourself. Nobody's around for miles, though. You look a little closer at the hole. You found a small sock. What? Somebody's foot out there is probably cold. What? Is it going to be the case where I put it back if I click this again? Let's see. The small sock is worthless. Why did you even pick it up? Why can't I keep picking this? Well, I'm gonna hold on to it for now. It didn't say I put it back, but I'm just gonna go back to the previous choice. Let's look under the bed. You look under both of the beds. Just some dust and hair. Gross. You decide to inspect one of the hairs under the bed. It's long and red. Must be Karen's hair. You inspect another piece of hair. It appears to be black. Anatoly? There's nothing else down here. Okay. Inside the nightstand? Onion. Don't be a crybaby. It's just me.
Onion.
Onion.
Boy.
I was just playing with some of the toys in this drawer.
Onion.
You're far too old to enjoy these. You're never too old for toys. Anyways, need to attend the secret Chompette meeting.
Boy.
Smell you later. Onion bounces out of the room. The drawer has various children's toys in it. What's this?
Who the fuck asked?
Whoa, what the hell? Another body of a child has been discovered within the city of Zakopane, with the remains stuffed in a barrel full of potatoes. The cause of death was identical to earlier victims, with significant blood loss due to multiple stab wounds to the stomach. This marks the fourth victim by the butcher of Zakopane in less than a month. You take the bloody newspaper with you. Oh, what? I didn't get to search everything else. I'm guessing I needed to look for that? Who the fuck is this? See this? This was not here before. That's creepy. It's gonna disappear after a while. Watch. Hours pass. The meals gave everyone the perseverance to keep going. They can never be satiated now. See? It disappeared. It disappeared. You saw that, right? I'm not going crazy. It fucking disappeared. We've waited long enough. What's for dinner? You calmly explain that you want to ration the meat better this time. No dinner. Fine. I understand. I can wait. No arguments? Perfect. Everyone decides to call it an early night. You fall asleep instantly. You have a strange dream. You're having dinner with a blacksmith, but he's not touching his food. The only light in the room comes from the oven. He clears his throat, stroking his beard. I can forge anything, he says. Your eye's been giving you some issues lately, so you reply. Forge me a new eye then. You laugh. But then the ropes come out. He ties you to your chair with a long rope to prevent you from moving. You rip the rope apart without even trying, so the blacksmith uses a thicker one. No turning back now. The blacksmith takes a hot poker out of the coals. He makes his eyes glow as he scowls at you. He slowly brings back the poker, aiming carefully for your eye, before plunging it through your skull with a sickening crunch. The force of the blow throws you backwards a few feet. You're unable to break the ropes. The blacksmith stands over you, spitting on your body as he raises the poker again. You wake up in a cold sweat. Day 9. You wake up to see Gregor looking out the window. He turns to you, not smiling. Take a look out the window. Do Do you notice anything?
Они вас никогда не простят.
Who was whispering, bro? The floodwaters have receded a little bit, but everyone is still bound to the cabin. The trail used to be completely visible. It's gone now.
Oh my, I'm gonna have sex.
God, dude. Good morning, big guy. Where's Mariah? This might sound a little crazy, but every night around 2 a.m., I can hear her outside. She makes this awful gurgling noise, like she's trying to get water out of her lungs. Have you heard her, Gregor? Sometimes when the rain gets faint, I think I can hear her whispering. I haven't heard anything like that. When she's whispering, it's like she's trying to tell you something. Right? Yes! The fuck was that? I sometimes hear her crying through the radio. But that's just a broadcast. Right? Bro, why are you doing that? I think we should have another piece of meat for breakfast. It's what she would have wanted. What's gotten into you, Anatoly? Anatoly looks at you, begging. Bring us another slab. Please. He clearly doesn't have the stomach for it. I can't get the taste out of my mouth. Help me. Anatoly? Gregor looks hurt by Anatoly's words. I think he's right. Please, bring us more of that meat. You grab some of the meat from your secret hiding place. You cut it into squares, adding it to some boiling cauldron water. It'll taste bland without any seasoning. You need to serve it quickly. Smells good. It's taking so long. Boil it faster. Looks almost done. Patience. It's finally finished. You serve the meat in bowls. Gregor drinks the broth first, before swallowing the chunks whole. Anatoly creates ripples in the broth with his finger. He isn't eating. I'm sorry about earlier, everyone. I don't know what overtook me. Anatoly begins to weep. You look over at Karen. You didn't notice her eating. There's just an empty bowl now. Karen is staring right at you. How much more meat is left? You explain how most of it has gone bad. This is the last of it. Yeah. How could you be so careless again? You remember Karen's knife. You need to think fast. What the hell are we supposed to do now? Wait around again? The storm isn't ending. You clear your throat. Anatoly? Yes?
I think tomorrow you should look for Mariah. I think you should go tomorrow, little guy. Nobody else can identify edible plants. Please, Anatoly. You can swim back after looking. Gregor's right, Anatoly. Maybe you find Mariah out there. They need to stop doing that. You're right. Mariah's still out there. He still hasn't accepted what happened yet. She doesn't need anyone's help. But we need your help, Anatoly. That's right, Anatoly. Please help us. Let me sleep on it. Okay? No problem, little guy. Everyone shuffles off to their rooms, reading books and knitting to pass the time. You go to bed, ravenous.
Лучше спи с двумя глазами открытыми.
Mariah. Something is approaching.
Don't be a crybaby. It's just me. Onion. Not going to be very sweet today. I'm worried about Anatoly. He's going to cave to peer pressure. Can you stop him from leaving the cabin?
You don't answer, Onion.
Please? Don't you trust my advice?
You shake your head.
Got a fun factoid for you. Did you know that leaving an unpeeled onion in your room absorbs bacteria? It will help prevent colds and ward off viruses. That was a lie. People actually believed it in the 1500s? How embarrassing.
Who would believe that?
There was even a doctor in 1919 who tricked people into thinking it was true. Anyways, you know what smells worse than a raw onion left in a room? You! It's been a while since your last bath, right? You can't remember.
Oh my, I'm gonna have sex.
Shut up.
I could smell you before I even came into the room. Yikes. So, can you stop Anatoly from leaving? I know he has cabin fever, but this is ridiculous.
Anatoly can make his own decisions.
Please? We don't need another one stalking the hallways. Tapping on the windows. Crying through the radio.
You have the sudden urge to scream.
Why do you think I've been using the mouse holes to get around? Scared to death that I'll run into her. Don't make me tattle to Cabbage about you. She can be as mean as Potato if you get on her bad side. Just kidding. She's great. Anyways, when the time comes, just tell Anatoly you care about him and don't want him to leave. Even if it's only for me, okay? You can trust me. Now, if you excuse me, I need to work on some new ice skates. They're for the frying pan tomorrow. Nothing beats sliding around on butter. Later.
Okay. You completely forget about the conversation with Onion.
You fall asleep again, still ravenous. Day 10. You have a strange dream. The fox is collecting payment from you. You despise him, so you put 2 dogs at the bottom of a sack, then add 6 chickens on top. The fox smiles at you and leaves. At some point in his journey, the fox will eventually open the sack, and the dogs will tear the fox in half. Filled with such loathing for the fox, you gave him the only things you had for food. A storm. What? A storm? I'm assuming that's a mistake. A storm rages outside. As the snow piles up, you begin to eat whatever you find. Pillowcases, candles, leather. One day you wake up and you have nothing left to eat. Absolutely nothing. A few days later, you go mad and leave the cabin, completely ravenous. Trees begin to look like charred meat. You take a cut out of one, tearing your gums apart by the splinters. Your mouth fills quickly with blood as you wade through the snow. Days later, a deer gallops by. The first creature in the woods to see your corpse. You wake up in a cold sweat. Something smells terrible in the living room. Someone puked in the corner. You wipe it up with a rag to save them the embarrassment. Good morning. Good morning, little guy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Well, Anatoly, what's your decision? I barely slept last night. I could hear her whispers coming from the basement. She kept telling me to go outside. We don't want to rush you. But one of us puked last night. What? Really? Anatoly. My patience is wearing thin. You have 1 hour to make a decision. What? Why so quickly? Because I'm not waiting any longer. You can see the glint of Karen's knife under her dress. Best to watch out for that knife. The group disperses. Tensions seem to be rising. You have 1 hour to kill. What do you want to do? So, maybe I made the wrong decision to speak with, or to increase my reputation with Gregor. Because Anatoly seems to be close to leaving. But, I still don't know if I get achievements for getting max reputation on these characters. I didn't get one for Mariah, so I have no idea. Let me check really quick. Okay, I just checked. There is an achievement for each character to max out your relationship with them. But I didn't get the one with Mariah, so I don't know if I'm missing something or if I get that after the playthrough. But I do want to talk to Anatoly because Onion told me not to convince him to go out. So I guess we'll do that. I would like to increase my reputation with Gregor, but because I didn't get anything immediately, it doesn't really make it a priority to, like, you know, max that out. So I'm gonna speak of Anatoly. Anatoly looks pale. Thanks for coming over. Anatoly seems comforted by your presence. Heyo. Have you checked out the basement door closely? Every so often, I can see her peeking out at me through holes. I really don't want to go out. But I don't want her tormenting me anymore. You know what's down there, don't you? My question is if this dialogue decision affects whether he leaves or not. Because if it does, then I would say no. But if I say yes, I don't know what happens if I say yes, but I'm more inclined to say no. So let's do that. Wow. You aren't fooling anyone. Please get away from me. You oblige. Looks like Anatoly will remember that. You call everyone together for a meeting. Wait, what? What do you mean I'm not fooling anyone? What are you talking about? Wait, what? What if I say yes? What? Wait, I'm so confused. What? Alright, well, whatever, let's keep going. Anatoly, you okay, little guy? Anatoly looks pale, like he's going to pass out. Anatoly, have you made a decision? Yes. I'll help you all out. I promise. He's leaving? Wait, what? How did he even get... I didn't get a say in this. Thank you, Anatoly. Big tears roll down Gregor's cheeks. I'll miss you, big guy. I'll miss you, little guy. Thank you, Anatoly. I know this wasn't easy, but it's for the best. Karen? Yes? Gregor looks at you expectantly. Did you want to say anything to Anatoly? You say nothing. Goodbye. Goodbye, Anatoly. What the fuck? Goodbye, everyone. What the fuck? No, I didn't want him to leave. Bro. Now I want to know what happens when I say yes. Good luck, little guy. Anatoly has left the cabin. See you soon, little guy. I guess all we can do now is wait. Good night. Yo, why is she so heartless, bro? Aren't these supposed to be friends? She don't give a fuck if they leave or not. Karen goes to the bedroom to sleep. I didn't tell him the truth. Gregor's getting choked up. I didn't tell him. Missing him already. Gregor curls up on the couch for the night, turning his back to you. You shut your eyes, quickly falling asleep. You hear a scraping on the floor. Found you. You explain how this isn't a good time right now. This is no laughing matter. I'm worried about Gregor. He's as tall as a tree, but as dumb as a brick. What's the root of that? Ha ha ha. Another cornbread classic. You're being very unpopular right now. That's a tree reference. Get it? Ha ha ha. Anyways, you need to protect Gregor from the red-haired woman. Cabbage called an emergency trompet meeting and told me to give you this mission.
Oh, I just nodded.
Protect Gregor at all costs. Understood? Yes. You nod. Ha ha ha. It's the yeast you can do, right? You tell Bread that pun doesn't make any sense. Ha ha ha. On a roll today. I'll see you around. Bread hops away, pushing himself through a mouse hole with a small pop. You fall asleep, thinking about what Bread has told you. You have a strange dream. It's lying on the table in front of you. You take off the glasses first, partially cracked, and set them down next to the workbench. After working the saw, you wrap the cuts in old newspaper. Some of it gets soggy immediately, so you decide to dry the cuts with a towel before wrapping. Much better. You hear something approaching. You clench your fist and get ready to strike whatever's coming at you. You wake up in a cold sweat. Day 11. Who's whispering? You wake up in a completely different place. Did you sleepwalk? Or you found some meat? Everybody's still asleep. This would be a nice surprise after yesterday's events. You decide to surprise everyone with breakfast. You start by cutting each slice fairly thin. You brown each side in the oven, releasing a unique smell into the air. Karen runs into the kitchen. What is that smell? Give it to me. Now! You don't argue. Karen grabs a cutlet, burning her hands before bringing it into her mouth. Ack! She hungrily devours it, barely chewing. She grabs another cutlet off the plate and eats it. You thought she was concerned with rationing. Gregor wakes up from the couch and heads into the kitchen. Oh god. Already? Gregor looks conflicted, but he succumbs to the hunger. They always do. Gregor eats his food in a few bites, grabbing more of his hands. Tears start streaming down his face, but he doesn't make a sound. You join them, quickly consuming the meat on the table. I can think straight again. We'll be out of here in no time. No need to ration. Karen is sounding more determined than before. I'm going to lie down on the couch. Try to keep this food down. Gregor crawls onto the couch, turning his back to you. Karen leans in close to whisper. I'm glad Mariah and Anatoly are gone. They were stopping us from bonding properly. How did you get so good at it? You tell Karen. After one bite, just made me feel whole again. Even with the nightmares, it's worth it. It took a few nights, but I fought back. And now it's all I can think about. I read the book on... How do you even say that? I read the book on necropsy. The text is ancient, but the diagrams are beautifully drawn. Very descriptive. How many years did it take you to perfect your art? You tell her. Yeah, right. I used to tell Mariah that you weren't funny, but that's not true. Sorry about that. You've grown on me. Karen pauses, deep in thought. You know Gregor can't swim, right? He'd be the next to leave, but he doesn't stand a chance outside. They always seem to come back, right? In one way or another. Why wait for him to come back? Karen hands you a vial of liquid. I think you know what needs to be done. This is a strong anesthetic. I want you to slip this into Gregor's mug tonight. He won't feel any pain until he wakes up. All you have to do is stand back and let me work on him. This request is beyond extreme. Will you do this for me? Why don't you do it? No.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Fine. Save that for a rainy day. I have everything set up by the couch. You don't have to watch. The restraints should be easy to apply myself. Gregor's strength is a farce. Gregor? Gregor? Hi. Hey, Karen. What are you doing? Untie me. Oh my god. This will be over soon, Gregor. Stop! Stop! Gregor has turned silent. You leave her alone, going into the bedroom and crawling into the bed Anatoly slept in. You fall asleep almost instantly. Day 12. You have a strange dream. Wake up, sleepyhead. You were having a nightmare. Is that Mariah? Thanks for letting me practice last night. I think I did a good job. Made us all some breakfast this morning to celebrate. Breakfast? With what? That's a surprise. Ricker already finished his. Took a few hours though. Come on, let's eat. You get out of bed and head to the living room. Oh my god. Why? He's a little weak from the blood loss, but don't worry. Bandaged him up like a field medic. My... What is it, Gregor? Where are my... Maybe if you spent as much time reading books as chopping wood, you would have noticed the pages I was bookmarking in the necropsy book. What are you talking about? Do I have to spell it out for you? You're useless. You can't swim. How could you help us if you'd immediately drown? What? Put some of your limbs away for safekeeping. That leg was pretty tasty earlier, huh? Gregor goes pale. How's that for a big breakfast? Hahaha. Gregor looks at you. Don't even think about crawling away. If you leave this couch, I'll end you. We'll eat your fresh arm whenever we eat your fresh arm when everything else is gone. Let me start cooking some more of your leg. I'll leave you two alone to chat. This has gone too far. Hey. All I wanted was to keep everyone alive and together. But I failed. Are you disappointed in me? No. You're doing great, bro. This is my fault. I don't know why the fuck that even happened. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Growing up, my mother always made sure I never went hungry. Seconds, thirds, fourths. I was never satisfied. One day on my way home from school, I was walking past the town inn. Something smelled amazing. It was coming from a pile of trash. I dug through it and discovered a bag. A meal that was fresh out of the oven. At least, that's what I thought. I became severely ill with food poisoning, dry heaving into the toilet for hours. My mother rubbed my back and eventually carried me back to bed. Like everywhere else, I was just here for the food. I'll never get this foul taste out of my mouth. She's going to keep eating me. I'm sorry. Getting too lightheaded to hold a good conversation. Heh. She's going to torture me again. You know that, right? You nod. Gregor grows a little more pale. Can you cover me with a blanket? I'm so cold. This cabin, everything about it chills me to the bones. Please, consider it my dying wish. No? Why would I say no? Thank you. Much warmer now. Watch out for that knife, okay? Gregor begins to look at peace. And... You watch the last of Gregor's air escape his lungs.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
What the hell do you think you're doing? You told Karen that Gregor gave up. We could have kept him alive for another week. What's wrong with you? No matter. Plenty of food left now. Karen leaves you alone. You head to the kitchen and try to find the other remains. Gregor. You look at the pile of dishes and your mind starts to wander.
Hello!
Let's play hide and seek. There's 5 of us to find. Can you find all of us? The red-haired woman should know where the basement key is. I bet one of us is hiding down there. She's whittling something in the rocking chair right now. So watch out for that knife. Probably best to avoid the knife. Wait. Isn't that your knife? Why did you let her have it? You shrug. As leader of the Trompettes, it's important you find all of us. So please don't forget any of us.
Yeah!
Good luck. Cabbage rolls away and tries to hide. Why would Cabbage want to play hide and seek right now? You have been neglecting the Trompettes lately. Can't hurt to play along with them, right? You go talk to Karen in the living room. I'm pretty sure that if I avoid talking to people completely and just prioritizing the Trompettes, I'd probably get like more progression in that. But I have not been doing that. So looks like Karen's just slicing away at a block of wood. Gregor's remains have been stored for safekeeping. Scrubbed all the blood off the couch to save you the trouble. Yes? Have you seen the basement key anywhere? Wasn't it in the kitchen? Can't remember. I haven't seen the key. Maybe one of the Trompettes can help you find it in the kitchen? You decide to go look for it. Thankfully, there's not too many places for Cabbage to hide. Where do you want to check first? Cauldron? Sure. You hear some rustling around. Found her. She always picks the same hiding spot.
Whee! Cabbage!
Ah, you found me. Well done. As leader of the Trompettes, getting through those mouse holes is a chore. Can't find any Trompettes to push me, though. You'll help me out, right? Cabbage just joined the party. 4 Trompettes to go. What's next, Cabbage? How many saves am I gonna make now? It's fine. Glad you asked. Keep it up. You'll be a member of the Trompettes in no time. You asked Cabbage about the basement key. Did you forget again? Did you forget again? It's right in that nasty oven. There's nothing but a big pile of ashes in there. You found the basement key.
Yeah!
There it is. That's to the room where we found Potato. Check behind the cauldron for the other one. 2 keys. Let's go find Onion. He's hiding in the bedroom. She's making hide and seek far too easy. Trompettes!
Hoo-hoo!
Find Onion! Cabbage rolls down the hallway. Can't hurt to find Onion, right? I guess so. Found him. Don't be a crybaby. It's just me,
Onion.
Onion. Today,
Onion. Onion.
I'm feeling sweet as a sugar cane.
Boy, boy.
Honest. Wow, did you eat something gross? Your breath stinks. Drenched head to toe in sweat, too. Could smell you coming from a mile away.
Onion.
Gross. Did the red-haired woman scare you or something? You tell Onion everything that happened. Whoa,
Boy.
sounds like I missed some messed up stuff. You get a pass. I'm sorry to hear about Mariah, Anatoly, and Gregor. But yikes.
Boy.
3 people dead in less than a month. Not as bad as 5 people in one night, though. Right?
Onion.
I'd probably lose my lunch if I had to see that again. Anyways. Don't worry, I got your back. Onion has joined the party.
Hello.
Glad to have you join us, Onion.
Boy, boy.
No problem, Cabbage. I think I heard Bread making noise in the living room.
Boy, boy.
You know how loud he can get.
Cabbage.
Bread! The one and only. Chompettes,
Hell.
let's move out. Your party is quickly expanding. 3 Chompettes left. Getting a terrible headache. Your face is feeling numb. Your legs aren't moving. Oh well. You do some timed breathing exercises for a few minutes. That seemed to help. Time to get that bread. True? You proudly strut up to the living room, happy to be alive. Where is he? You hear Bread come out of the mouse hole. He's taking his sweet time. Found me. Everyone's secretly favorite trumpet. Bread. Don't you loaf me? Ha ha ha. My cousin Cornbread taught me that one. He has hundreds. No, thousands of terrible puns. He's my role model. So, what do you need? He told Bread about gathering the Chompettes together. That's a pretty crummy idea. Remember what happened last time? With Potato? I mean, you're going up against a whole grain here. Do you really think we want to go back downstairs?
Cabbage.
Red, we need your help finding Potato.
Onion.
Missed you, big guy. Come help. I would never let the Chompettes down. Ha ha ha. No need to pass my culinary quiz. I'm coming with you. Bread has joined the party. That's great, Bread. Glad to have you on board, Bread. Of course. Wait. Are you drooling? All 3 Chompettes are staring at you. Are you thinking of eating us? You accidentally lick your lips.
Cabbage!
Snap out of it. Oh, am I going crazy? You already ate. We're no good for that. You glutton. Did they pass out? Holy cow. Get them up. So heavy. was that about? You stumble to your feet. Let's, go find Raspberry and never speak of this again. I think I heard her over by the basement door. Perfect. Jumpettes, mosey out. You have 3 Chompettes in your party. 2 more to go. Your head feels like it's going to crack open. Your hands have gone completely numb. This one is lasting longer than the others. You focus on wiggling your toes for a minute. You didn't pass out cold on the floor. 2 more to go. You go check out the basement door. Where is she? You feel a chill run up your spine. Goosebumps are all over your body. She's here. Everything turns silent. You can almost hear her breathing. Raspberry? You can't sneak up on me. Don't ever try that again. Surprise! Found you, Raspberry. Oh wow, it's very nice to see you, Cabbage. We wouldn't leave you behind, Raspberry. Honest. We need your help finding Potato. Combined Chompette detective skills say he's in the basement. Oh yeah? Let's find Potato and get out of here. Raspberry's joined the party. 1 more to go. Don't worry, the basement is already unlocked. Oh crap, the red-haired woman is coming over here. Chompettes? Let's hide out. All 4 Chompettes quickly escape. You pretend to be studying the basement door. You hear Karen creeping up behind you. Found you. You can see the knife out of the corner of Karen's dress. I don't know if I can wait any longer. Show me where you keep hiding the meat. Let's tear them apart. Piece by piece. Just like Gregor. Karen looks like she's ready to bury the knife into you. What do you do? Tell her about the basement. So that's why it's locked. Open it. I have to see the room. You open the basement door. Thank you. I'll bring up some cutlets, and we'll have a great dinner. Okay? See you soon. Karen descends the staircase into darkness. You lock the basement door. Did you just lock the door? You block out her screams of rage. Given enough time, they will end. You crawl into bed and go to sleep. Oh my god. Day 13. You slept in today. The pounding has completely stopped. You really need to go to the bathroom. You decide to open your eyes. You must have sleepwalked into the bathroom last night. The glow of the candle is oddly comforting. That's nice. The candle blew out. And the door is locked. You find a flashlight in the corner of the bathroom and turn it on. Tutorial. You're in the dark, but you're not alone. Click on objects around the bathroom to get more information or find hidden clues. If you're stuck, just wait a little bit to see the glint of objects to inspect around the bathroom. Just move around your cursor to search the room.
Cabbage. Hello.
Hello! Are you locked in the bathroom again? You tell her about the candle being blown out. Ha ha ha. Maybe you just need to try wiggling a little bit? You unlock the bathroom door. Sometimes the simplest method is the best one. Excuse me. Need to conduct the next secret trumpet meeting. Later. You quickly make your escape. That was really fast. Well, getting locked in the bathroom is enough excitement for today. You get under the covers and quickly fall asleep. Day 14. Wake up, sleepyhead. Karen? What? Just your imagination again. Karen can still be alive, right? Somebody's at the door. What the fuck was that? You grip the doorknob tightly, getting ready for what's next. Okay. What was that about, Gregor? That can't be the real Gregor. You determine the haunt has officially begun. Events like this are rare. Creating vengeful spirits is difficult. In this state, they'll try giving you a heart attack, push you down a flight of stairs, or cause you to wander into an early demise. The rain has stopped. You decide to go look out the window. What was that? Something right here. The floodwaters are completely gone. Karen would be excited to see this. Shame that she's rotting in the basement. No good reason to leave the cabin. Plenty of food here now. What food? You talking about Gregor? Bro. You've been so busy you've forgotten to eat. You head to the kitchen for a snack. Karen's hiding spot was too obvious. You grab some meat from behind the woodpile. You take a few bites of it. You lost some more of your humanity. Not fresh enough. Oh well. You decide to crawl back into bed, get a little extra sleep. What the fuck? Day 3479. You have a strange dream. The clouds have parted. The rain has gone away. You wake in a cold sweat. Is this another trick? Or... what does that mean? Good morning? She's still sticking around. You head to the kitchen to get breakfast. The meat is gone. That noise was coming from the living room. Anatoly? Nobody's here. Some deep scratches are dug into the wood by the couch. Something is approaching. What's making that noise? It sounded like it was coming from the basement door. Go over to investigate. Cold wind is blowing through the hole in the door. You get goosebumps all over your arms. A sneeze? Is this... hello. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh, was that a dream? Day 15. It's raining again. They're taunting you with dreams of a sunny day. You get out of bed and head to the living room. The couch still smells like Gregor's sweat. Should you have stopped her? You already did. The couch is still comfortable, even after Gregor imprinted on it. You decide to take a nap, which quickly turns into a sleep. Day 16. You must have woken up too early today. The cabin living room is pitch black. You pick up a flashlight nearby to explore the darkness. Anatoly? Hmm? You notice a note sticking out from one of the books. I know you've been ignoring my other letters, so I am begging you. Please bring my daughters safely, or I will need to get the others involved. I have left payments outside the door, and will pay any price. Please let her go. We don't have to involve anyone else. You take the mother's note with you. You lay back down on the couch, drifting back to sleep. Wait, there was something else! Oh my god. I didn't know that was a choice. Day 17. You sleptwalk again. You can hear Potato mumbling in the drawer. Oh, it's you again. Tell me. Your first week with the others. Where did you sleep? You think for a minute, but came up with nothing. I was wondering that. Where did we sleep? It's worse than I imagined. Do you remember any concussions? Still nothing? You would routinely collapse around the cabin. Sleptwalk into walls too. Even fell down the basement stairs. Can't believe you haven't broken your neck yet. It seemed to survive almost anything, right? Must be that addiction to meat. Or something else. Would you share that secret with me? Sure. Why not? You tell Potato the secret. Wow. Didn't think you'd be dumb enough to tell me. Thank you. You instantly regret telling Potato. Haha. You think Karen is still alive downstairs? She'll be so much stronger than the last time you saw her. She's been eating them. Probably finding something useful down there too. When's the last time you've eaten? Haha. It's time to take it back from her. Go downstairs. Put an end to this. Not for them. For me. You head for the basement door. It's been enough days, right? You open the door and prepare for the worst. It's just a staircase.
Who the fuck asked?
Crazy timing for that achievement. You begin your descent. Something is approaching. Can you hear me? I've been down here the entire time. It's so good to see you again. There's plenty of bread down here. Why aren't you saying anything? Anna told me he's down here. Come have some bread with us. They always try things like this. You're not falling for this one. Why aren't you listening to me? There's bread down here. Loads of it. Fine. Down here. Beware of Karen. She is ill beyond repair. And she will rip the flesh from your bones. Goodbye, Mariah. We'll speak again. You feel Mariah leaving the staircase. You continue your descent. The walls, they're a mix of dirt and soot. Something is approaching. Glad I found you. The rain outside has stopped. Did you hear that knocking behind you? Another trap. Everyone else is upstairs. Mariah was worried sick about you. Tell Gregor about speaking with Mariah. Guess I can't lie to you, huh? If you won't come upstairs with me, please turn on the light when you reach the room. I want to see the look in your face when that light bulb turns on. You nod. Thank you. Thanks for letting me lick the bowls clean. We'll meet again soon. Beware of Karen. You feel Gregor leaving the staircase. You descend deeper into the abyss. How deep is this? The air pressure down here feels heavier. You touch your ears. Blood is leaking out. Something is approaching. Oh. I used to be fending off that glutton Gregor right now. You told Anatoly about meeting with Gregor and Mariah. Oh. You don't want to pick onions outside? You shake your head. Guess there's no fooling you, huh? You ask Anatoly where Karen is. Below us. Waiting to devour you. Down here, the whispers have told me about you. How long did you leave them in there? Beware of Karen. She'll wipe that smug smile off your face. See you again soon. You feel Anatoly leaving the staircase. You grit your teeth and keep going. Your feet finally hit solid ground in the basement. Something doesn't feel right.
Look behind you.
You feel the wall blindly and locate the light switch.
Hello.
Yo, get out of the way, man. Hello. You've come so far. Proud of you.
Cabbage, cabbage.
As leader of the Trompettes, I want you to know. I wanted to let you know. We have your back.
Cabbage.
No matter what happens down here, just call out and we'll be there.
Boy, boy,
Honest.
boy.
Wouldn't let you die down here. When you least expect it, we'll roll with you. You can't sneak up on me.
Raspberry.
But sneaking up on you? Extremely easy. Too much wax in your ears?
Cabbage.
Raspberry?
Onion.
Don't get on Raspberry's bad side. Your ears have so much dirt in them. They could probably grow potatoes. Everyone's silent. We'll have to work on those jokes, Potato. Sure. Weren't you hiding in the basement room? I wouldn't miss a killing for the world. Just remember,
Cabbage,
down here,
cabbage.
you can call on us. We'll help you out in the bind. And if you get lost down here, please, don't go into the room. It's the only place we won't go. That's correct, Potato. Thank you for coming along with us.
Boy, boy.
It's not a change of heart, because you never really had one. I don't think you should come with us. The only joke here is you, Potato. That's enough. Chompettes,
Yata, hi, ha.
let's help out. The Chompettes get in position behind you, ready for what's next. You feel around the wall blindly and locate the light switch. Took you long enough. Let's end this. Wait, what the hell? We have health bars? What is this about? Should have kept the door locked. Whoa, okay. This is like RPG elements. Attack. You attack Karen with a lunge. You barely land the soft punch. Karen sprints towards you. Damn. You feel blood running down your arm. Karen cackles. I'll throw you in the floods. Dodge? Dodge this! Are we dead ass? Blood is running down your side. Karen licks her lips. Karen grins at you. What did I just call them?
Cabbage.
You called on me first because I'm the leader, right? The Chompettes are ready to help you out down here. Watch out for that knife. Hahaha. We survive. We want to play hide and seek again. Chompettes? Help out! Cabbage has filled you with hope. You gained 5 HP. Karen is mumbling to herself. Karen clenches her left fist. You can see the veins. Should have kept the door locked. You attack Karen with a lunge. Wait, did she heal? I just noticed that. You barely land the soft punch. Whoa. It's like Earthbound. She's Gygus. Karen sprints towards you. You feel blood running down your arm. Karen cackles. Throw you into the floods. Attack again. You try throwing a punch. Karen easily dodges it. She looks like she's plotting her next attack. Attack again. You attack Karen with a lunge. You barely land the soft punch. Karen smiles at you. You're going to taste better than Gregor. I'm gonna die. A tear rolls down Karen's cheek. Should have never left Ukraine. Hey, it's me. Onion. No crying down here, okay? Let me look at your ear. Blood? Gross. Your eyes begin to water. Hey, what did I tell you about crying? You got this, champ. Good luck. Onion's words make you feel a little better. But only a little bit. You gained 5 HP. Karen sprints towards you. I'm gonna die. You feel blood running down your arm. Are you talking to yourself again? Karen cackles. I'll throw you in the floods. I'm gonna just keep calling Chompettes because I don't know what else to do. I do no damage. If I dodge, I don't think it matters. I don't really care who dies down here. You're both awful. Good luck. Potato's words cut pretty deep. You gained 5 HP. Karen looks confused. She caught you talking to them. Try to reason with Karen. Don't speak to me. She looks like she's plotting her next attack. Dodge? Buddy. She surprised you. Let's go. Karen clenches her left fist. can see the veins. Should have kept the door locked. I'm secretly everyone's favorite trumpet. But I owe all of this to my cousin Cornbread. Raziel. Point out that Raziel was one of Onion's relatives. Oh, haha. It's getting harder and harder to recall any long-term memories. Is Onion my sibling? Shake your head. Oh, haha. Good look. Bread. You gained 5 HP. Karen sprints towards you. I died! Some blood splatters on the floor. Are you talking to yourself again? I'm going to eat those ears first. Karen tackles you to the ground, plunging the knife into you repeatedly. She devours your body on the floor in the basement. Your corpse lasts a week. Took you long enough. Oh. Okay, so I actually have to beat this? Okay. Shut up. Why did she get to attack first? What is this? Always Merry Raspberry. It's a lie created by Cabbage. You know me by now, and I've never acted merry. Correct? You nod. What are you going to do if you win? Devour the red-haired woman? Or leave her corpse to stink up the basement? You both know your answer. Let's end this. You feel a flood of emotions from the trumpets. Anger, sadness, joy, determination. They have imbued a second wind inside of you. You get ready for Karen's next attack. Oh shit. What is this picture? Is that is that the boss from Cuphead? What the fuck? Karen quickly stumbles down the hallway, turning left at the end. You're hobbling after her, but the basement is getting darker and darker. You can hear the small echoes of Karen's footsteps in the distance. You're getting lightheaded again. A cool liquid is coming out of your ears. You almost trip a few times as we... That's an error. You almost trip a few times as you move downstairs, or move downwards. Your shoes begin sticking to the ground. This area has a door in each direction. You head east, opening the door. You feel Karen's presence close by. Hi, Mariah. Anatoly. Gregor. Welcome. We've been waiting. Turn on the light. Where's Karen? She's ravenous. Completely ravenous. Lost in the abyss. She will never escape. Fleeing west did nothing. Fleeing west did nothing. We traded one tragedy for another. Karen will stop your ambitions. Wretch. Abomination. Horror. Turn on the light and savor your inhumanity. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Reap what you have sown. Mariah, Anatoly, Gregor, Karen. I won't forget you. You hear talking upstairs. Thieves? You grab your flaying knife and silently go up the stairs. You'll eat well tonight. What the heck? The four look completely shocked at the sight of you. She doesn't look like she has the courage to speak. We've been lost for a few days. Your cabin is the only hut we've seen out here. Can we stay here for a few nights? You clear your throat and ask the question you've asked thousands of times. Did you come on your own free will, or were you sent? We were technically sent. Anatoly. We came on our own free will. The woman looks confident in her answer. They answered incorrectly. You clear your throat again, coughing profusely. You may stay in my cabin until you're ready to leave. The group looks terrified of you, as they should be. Wasn't that trail steep? Yeah. The group finally returns to normal. It's forced, but they attempt to save face. That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water, it really has everything. Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace. Here's what I'm gonna do, specifically for this game. Honestly, no. I'll probably do this for this episode forward. If a game is like really long like this, and I take a while to even finish one route, I'll just put the initial route in the, the free episode, and whatever I have left to finish, I'll include in the members extras video, where I finish the rest of the game. Because this is a long episode on its own, and I don't want it to be like 7 to 8 hours, because if I'm gonna be honest, I doubt people are gonna watch all of it. Like, let alone 4 hours, I don't want to double the length, or even triple the length, because I need time to edit this, and I also need time to export this video. Both will take a while. So I'm putting less workload on myself, and I'm also making it a little bit more convenient for those of you who watch these videos. So, hopefully the rest won't take that long to do, but honestly, I have no idea. I can't say right now because I'm not doing it at the moment. I guess now's a good time to give my review and my thoughts of the game, especially for this like initial playthrough. Yeah, so I think this game is really good. Like, it is really, really good. Because I got a taste of what to expect in Dread Wait, a lot of what happened here didn't really affect me too much. Especially since the game wasn't really jump scare heavy. Dread Wait was. It was very jump scare heavy. But this game, it really wasn't. It was more focused on creating an atmosphere. Creating tension through a creepy atmosphere and just the dialogue or like the music or even just the background. Everything else except for relying on jump scares, which is what I feel like a good horror story can do. A good creepy story can make you feel uncomfortable, even like scared, without having to need the use of a cheap tactic like a jump scare. And I feel like this game really accomplished that. Granted, me personally, I don't get as scared by this stuff anymore. Especially since I'm like more used to watching horror movies and I'm already used to a good amount of jump scares, but I will admit there were certain points where it did get me, and that's a good thing. That is very good. I'll give that credit. But let me save what I have left to say for my review. So if I were to give this game a rating out of 10, it would probably be... I'd say a 9. Yeah, a very good 9. I'm not sure about a 10 yet because, well, number one, I haven't finished the entire game. So I still have yet to experience what it's like to replay the game and to also like go through the dialogue choices again, because that also does impact the rating. If it's annoying to go through the game again, then that does change it a little bit, but I haven't experienced it at this point. I do know that the text speed is a little bit slower than some of them. I don't think it should be too bad when I play through it again, just for seeing the rest of the achievements. I'll probably like give some thoughts in the extras episode, if anything. But for now, I think a 9 rating is already pretty good on its own. Another thing that does bother me is that there are like a very small amount of grammar mistakes, which is always like a big point for me. Because if I can't read a sentence correctly, or like something is missing, or something is spelled incorrectly, then that impacts the way I, read the sentence and explain the story, or even just like take part in it. That's always an important factor in these types of games, because you're mainly reading. It's called a visual novel. The whole point is that you read. So if the grammar is incorrect, that's going to impact the way I view the story. And I've mentioned that in the majority of the Visual Novel Mondays episodes, and I won't change that now. But honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was only like a couple of sentences, like honestly a handful at most, which is still pretty good considering how long this game is. I mean, you're bound to have a couple of mistakes if you didn't like proofread everything at least like 3 or 4 times. So I can't complain too much about that. Everybody makes mistakes, you know what I mean? So it's not that big of an issue, but it is something I'd like to point out. Let's see. Atmosphere, I did mention that before. It's very good, very good. I'd say it's like one of the better games I've played where I had like a creepy atmosphere brought to me. And like
it felt way more emotional because you got to know these characters, and one by one they were picked off, and you actually got to like be emotionally invested in each of them, and that's good. That's really good for a story. You should have some investment put into the characters you're writing for the story. Having the relationship system seems a little bit unnecessary for me, or at least in general, because it doesn't really change the way the story's impacted, I feel like. The music as well did help with the atmosphere a lot. Most of the time it was silent. It was either silent or just creepy music. Or like even just whispering. And that's good. Overusage of music kind of just ruins it a little bit, because it makes the viewer think that, you know, if you have a good amount of music and then it just stops suddenly, then you can expect something to happen. But here it doesn't overuse it, so you don't necessarily expect to know what's happening. You kind of just have to experience it and then see what does happen, if that makes any sense. Character design. I liked all of them. This opinion has not changed, especially since I played the demo version, as I have mentioned multiple times before. I like all the character designs. They all look great. I have no complaints about them whatsoever. Even the Chompette's characters, no complaints. I never really have complaints with a lot of the character designs. As long as they're like, number one, unique, they all feel different, and number two, they don't feel like they're lazy, like basic ass characters. These ones definitely show that there was a lot of effort put into them, and you know, it was very telling. It's very obvious that there was love and care put into this game, and to, you know, each aspect of it, and I can really appreciate that. I mean, just look at the extra work. You can see that the concept art right here. I mean, Mariah and Karen weren't even their original names. I'd imagine Gregor and Anatoly weren't their original names either. It's probably like basic ass names before they changed it to something more thematic, which is cool. I really appreciate that. Is there anything else I'm missing? I don't know. I guess overall, this is a really good game. It's definitely worth trying. Especially since I'm not even playing the entire thing in this episode. I would really suggest you try it for yourself. See if you can view other choices that I didn't get to show off in this episode. And if you're interested in seeing more, I guess try Dread Wait, because that's a indirect sequel, apparently, if I remember correctly from what it said in the description. Because I am gonna continue Dread Wait after this, so yeah. But with that being said, if you have any recommendations for games, or especially visual novels for me to play, please leave it down in the comments below. I will check them out, and if I am interested in whatever you told me, I will add it to the wheel of games, and hopefully it will get spun the following week. But yeah, thank you all for watching this episode, and I will see you all in the next one.